I'm just traveling, traveling, traveling. I'm just traveling through. Ooh.
Hi, welcome to
Hello.
Transgender Hollywood.
I'm Suzanne.
I'm Camille. We're actually in Hollywood, aren't we?
We are indeed.
Yeah, in our conversations, we talk about all different things. And you said to me once that the key of being transgender is shame.
No, it's not the key of being transgender. It's an element of being transgender.
So, let's talk about shame.
Part of elevating oneself is driving the shame factor out of your mind and out of your vocabulary. And sometimes it's very difficult to do that, particularly if you have family members who embrace you but not wholeheartedly. I have a sister that does not, she accepts it in a way, but she doesn't really accept it, but all my nieces are fine. I will not be shamed. I will not allow anyone to shame me or try to shame me.
What age does shame kick in?
I think probably puberty, when you're starting to get those sexual feelings and you get strange sexual feelings. You want to be the girl in the relationship, but you're the guy. You get in that area of confusion, and then you want to wear her clothes and you want to wear her shoes. Oh, gosh.
Whoops. Technical malfunction. I think we're all right, though.
Oh, okay. So you want to do those things, but it's kind of a self-imposed shame factor.
But is it self-imposed, though? I mean, don't people impose it on you? I mean, isn't it something...
Well, nobody knows about it but you. I mean, you're keeping the secret. You have this secret in you. Nobody else knows about it when you're young. And so you develop this technique, and part of that is being ashamed of yourself for feeling this way. So, now I'm not saying that's true for everyone. This is my experience.
So when did do you still feel shameful?
No, I don't. I don't anymore. There might be some occasions when I would go back home and I have to dance the dance, so to speak, and I can't really be myself totally back there. I have to be totally on the boy side of things, and except when my nieces want to go out and go party there. You know, my oldest niece is a lesbian, and she's a criminal defense attorney. She's brilliant, and she's great fun.
So she'll have you over for dinner, and then you'll be able to, dress as Suzanne.
Yeah, we can go out and have fun, go to the clubs, and.
Oh, so you can go out.
Yeah, go to straight clubs and.
It's in Tennessee, mind you.
Yes, well, yes, that's true.
So when did that shame leave you?
Well, I think I forced it out. When I really came out to my family, totally came out to my family, that was I was diagnosed for cancer, and I said, oh, well, this could be the end of me, and so I wanted my family to know who I really was in case I went really quick, and they would come into my home and they would say, oh my God, there's a woman that lives here somewhere. Where is she?
And Suzanne has quite a lot of wigs and quite a lot of dresses. And how many pairs of shoes do you have? Stilettos?
Over 100.
Yes. So.
But I never throw anything away. I have shoes and wardrobe from back when.
It's a shame we're not the same size. It'd be great to have a whole new wardrobe.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I have vintage clothing.
You have some funky items too, I know.
Don't listen to her.
So when you told your family and when you came out, how did you do that? It was your sister and your brother-in-law was alive at the time? The way
I did it is I chose a technique, because I've been in photography all of my career, cinematography. I decided to do a retrospect in an album form. So I did pictures going back to 30 years, and with my first wife and with my second wife. But I brought them up slowly. I said, I'm transgendered, and here's what that means. And I gave them a letter from my doctor.
Did you? Who
was Dr. O'Day, who was the doctor that I don't recommend anybody going to, but he had me on female hormones for a year. Turns out that probably saved my life, according to a doctor friend, a doctor in our family.
In regards to your cancer?
Yeah.
Wow.
But Dr. O'Day wrote a letter explaining that I was transgendered and I was under his care and had been hormone treatment and all this stuff, just in case I needed it for the police or anybody. And so I opened the conversation with the family, one person at a time, had about 12 people to go through. And I chose, of course, my oldest niece, who the criminal defense attorney, who's a lesbian, and I told her first. And she loved it, of course. I knew she would. She laughed, and I said, Kim, I know why you're laughing, because I have just replaced you as the black sheep of the family.
So she was probably quite pleased, actually.
And you know what? I did replace her as the black sheep of the family, even though her life was really brutal, because her father wouldn't speak to her for 5 years, and of course I had to beat him up all the time and correct him and call him down and give him a hard time, and he was an ultra right-wing Republican fanatic, and of course my sport, torturing him.
And I'm sure you did it well.
And I did it well.
So, okay, let's go back. So what about your sister? So tell me when
There's not much to tell you about my sister.
No, but when you did your retrospective, your photographic retrospective to your sister, how did that work out?
Well, when I sat her down with two of her daughters around her who already knew. When I opened up the photo album, this is me, and she was really horrified. She didn't weep openly, but she wept. She was. It was hard for her.
What did she say to you?
Well, she didn't really say anything. She was just trying to understand how this could be, what was this, and she pretended to have a much deeper knowledge of the subject than she actually had. But she had a lot of experience dealing with her oldest daughter, who came out as lesbian, 15 years before that. So she had some experience with dealing with the occult. So
as you were telling her, did you feel shame, or that shame had left? Talk about the shame in relationship to your sister.
I did. I felt shame because I had blown up her concept or her perspective of her older brother.
And what was that perspective?
I had, the big brother, the star athlete, the movie maker, living the glamorous life and traveling all over the world, and that kind of, and having one fantastic wife. So it was like she kind of threw up her hands and gave up on me, I think. So
how did that make you feel?
Sadful, sorrowful, sad. But she didn't turn away.
What was her first thing that she said to you when you told her?
She said that she didn't understand it, but she would try to be supportive, and it's okay, just don't ever do it here.
As your sister seen you dressed as Suzanne, we're going to leave that question for when we come back for the next episode. You'll get to find out what the answer is next time. translinehollywood.com, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. We've got it. We're doing the social media thing. And Suzanne's actually getting quite adept at it. I'm teaching her. Becoming a thumber, aren't you?
Next time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
I'm just traveling, traveling, traveling. I'm just traveling